Welcome back to Historical Coin Hunt, the channel where history, mystery, and timeless treasures unite to tell the forgotten stories hidden within the smallest pieces of metal, the coins that shaped nations and defined eras. In today's episode, we'll dive deep into the remarkable world of Iranian numismatics, exploring one of the most intriguing and historically rich coins of the 20th century, the 10 Rial Iran coin from 1952, Easvi. This is not just an ordinary piece of currency. It's a living artifact, a silent witness to Iran's royal past, its evolving identity, and the artistic brilliance of a nation proud of its heritage. When you hold this coin in your hand, you don't just hold metal, you hold time itself. Every line, symbol, and engraving carries a message from an age long gone, preserved in shining silver for future generations to admire. The year 1952, or 1331 in the Persian calendar, was a defining moment in Iran's royal history. The country was under the reign of Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi, the last Shah, king of Iran. This was a time of modernization, ambition, and immense political transformation. The Shah envisioned a powerful, prosperous Iran, a country that could balance its deep ancient traditions with the demands of the modern world. The 10 Rial coin of this era stands as a perfect symbol of that vision. Minted during a period of national pride and royal authority, the coin reflected Iran's growing economic confidence and artistic refinement. Coins weren't just monetary tools. They were designed as miniature emblems of identity, a message from the throne to the people and to the world. Let's start with the coin's obverse side, the front face. It features a beautifully detailed portrait of Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi. His calm yet commanding expression reflects a leader confident in his role as both a monarch and a symbol of unity. The engraving captures his royal attire with precision, every curve, shadow, and texture finely balanced to convey strength, dignity, and elegance. Around the portrait, Persian inscriptions detail the Shah's name and royal title, affirming his authority over the empire. Turn the coin over, and you are met with one of Iran's most ancient and revered emblems, the lion and Sunday. This symbol, deeply rooted in Persian mythology and heritage, represents power and enlightenment. The lion, a universal icon of bravery and courage, stands proudly before a radiant sun, which symbolizes prosperity, wisdom, and the eternal light of truth. Together, they tell a story of a civilization that values strength guided by intellect, an empire where courage and wisdom walk hand in hand. Above this majestic emblem rests the imperial crown of Iran, representing sovereignty and royal heritage. Below, the denomination 10 rials is written in Persian script, enclosed within a graceful wreath, a sign of peace, victory, and continuity. Every element on this coin, from the inscriptions to the artistic lines, tells us that this was more than currency. It was a crafted symbol of national pride. The craftsmanship of the 1952 10 Rial coin deserves special mention. During this period, Iran's royal mint was producing coins of exceptional quality, both in design and metal composition. The mint's goal was not only to create coins for circulation, but also to produce pieces that reflected the nation's artistic soul, made primarily of silver or silver-nickel alloy. This coin gleams with timeless brilliance. The texture, edges, and finish of the coin display a level of precision that modern minting still admires. Each line of engraving, whether it's the details in the lion's mane or the folds in the Shah's robe, reflects the dedication of the artisans who treated every coin like a piece of art. The coin's diameter and thickness were standardized to match international minting systems of that time, reflecting Iran's aspiration to align with the modern world while preserving its royal identity. In many ways, the 10 Rial coin of 1952 was a bridge between the ancient Persian Empire and the new, progressive Iran the Shah envisioned. To understand this coin's true value, we must step back and look at the historical context of early 1950s Iran. The country was undergoing major political and economic transitions. Oil had become a national issue. Nationalism was rising, and the monarchy was striving to establish Iran's sovereignty and stability amidst growing global influence in this environment. Coins like the 10 rial served more than economic functions. They were symbols of power and identity. They circulated through the hands of citizens, merchants, and travelers, carrying with them the image of the Shah and the values of the kingdom. They were constant reminders of unity and pride, crafted to project stability during changing times. For collectors today, this background makes the 1952 coin incredibly valuable. It's not only a piece of silver, but also a political document, a tiny monument to Iran's royal past and its complex journey toward modernization. When it comes to numismatic value, the 1952 10 rial coin is considered a significant find. Its worth depends heavily on condition, rarity, and historical preservation. Coins that have survived in near-mint condition, where every detail of the Shah's portrait and the lion and sun emblem remains sharp, are especially sought after by collectors around the world. Because the coin is over 7 decades old, many specimens have suffered wear or were melted down during later political changes. That makes each surviving coin a true treasure. A coin with full shine, clear details, and original mint luster can fetch a premium value, often ranging from moderate collector prices to several hundred or even thousands of dollars depending on authenticity and grade. But beyond price, what truly makes this coin valuable is its story, its connection to a vanished era of royal splendor and national pride. Every mark or edge where might have come from a trade, a journey, or a royal minting press in Tehran. Each a piece of human history preserved in silver. The 10 rial coin represents a culture that values symbolism. The lion and sun motif, for example, has existed for centuries, long before the Pahlavi dynasty. It embodies the unity of spiritual light and royal strength. The lion is not just a beast of battle. In Persian lore, it stands for guardianship and courage, while the sun represents divinity and justice. During Mohammad Reza Shah's rule, this emblem was revived as a national identity marker, linking Iran's modern progress with its ancient legacy. The wreath around the denomination symbolizes honor, while the imperial crown stands as a reminder of the monarchy's divine authority. Together, these images created a coin that spoke to both the people and the world, a coin that said, Iran remembers its past while shaping its future. For coin collectors, this 10 rial piece is more than metal, it's a gateway into history. When numismatists examine its engravings, they see the fingerprints of a nation's ambition. They study the curve of the inscriptions, the sharpness of the mint marks, and even the slight imperfections that make each coin unique. Some collectors see it as a masterpiece of mid-20th century design, others as a relic of the Pahlavi dynasty's royal propaganda, and many as a timeless symbol of Persian artistry. Holding one of these coins is like holding a frozen moment from 1952, the metallic echo of a time when kings ruled, artists engraved history, and nations minted pride into silver. Even after decades, the 10 rial coin from 1952 continues to spark fascination. It connects modern collectors, historians, and cultural enthusiasts with Iran's royal heritage. In a world dominated by digital money, this coin reminds us of the days when currency had personality, when art, power, and purpose were united in a tangible object. For Iran, the coin remains a silent ambassador of history, speaking of its golden era to the generations that came after the revolution. For collectors, it's a prized possession that represents endurance, culture, and timeless beauty with all royal coinage. The legacy of the 1952 10 rial extends beyond design and material. It marks the final chapters of Iran's monarchy, a time when the Shah was still seen as a symbol of hope and unity. Not long after, political winds shifted dramatically, and many royal symbols, including the lion and sun, were removed from national emblems. That makes this coin one of the last shining relics of Iran's imperial past. Each preserved coin, therefore, becomes a historical survivor, an artifact that escaped the destruction of time and politics. Museums, collectors, and historians worldwide continue to study it as a key to understanding Iran's cultural transformation from monarchy to modern republic. So, as we close today's exploration, remember, the 1952 10 Rial Iran coin is far more than an antique. It's a messenger from the past, a silver storyteller whispering tales of courage, art, and royalty. From its regal portrait of Shah Mohammad Reza Pahlavi to the noble lion and sun emblem, every detail captures a civilization that honored beauty, bravery, and enlightenment. Coins like this remind us that history isn't just written in books. It's minted in metal, preserved in the shine of a coin that refuses to fade. Each piece carries within it the pulse of its time, echoing the sounds of marketplaces, royal courts, and the dreams of a nation proud of its heritage. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into one of Iran's most iconic coins. If you're passionate about discovering rare treasures and the forgotten stories they tell, make sure to subscribe to Historical Coin Hunt. Here, we uncover the hidden gems of numismatic history, from royal empires to lost civilizations, bringing you the untold stories behind every coin. Stay tuned for our next exploration, where another ancient coin will take us further into the world's mysterious past. Until then, keep your passion alive, keep exploring, and remember, every coin has a story, and it's waiting for you to find it. Only on Historical Coin Hunt.